School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport. Now that's a champion effort. Did you know? School Sport Victoria offers 650,000 sporting opportunities in 31 different sports at 10,700 events across the state every single year. That's a lot of kids playing sport. And for over 25 years, the Victorian School Sports Awards have recognised more than 1,500 students, teachers and volunteers for excellence and outstanding contribution to school sport.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the 2021 Team Vic Australian Football Showcase Day live streamed on the School Sports Victoria website and all across our social channels as well. Brent Sternberg is my name. I am joined in commentary by Tony Shebeki. For those of you who have been with us earlier in the day, Tony's gone off to fetch a cup of tea and he's used this moment to do that and left me in the lurch a little bit as we're looking for the start of the 15-year and under girls game that we've got here for you. Opening bounce coming up in just a moment. A lot of these girls in this clash are eligible to be selected to NAB League women's teams, being 14, 15-year-olds, and some of them actually are. We've got a couple of young ladies playing today in the Vic Blue team. So Lulu Field, look out for her. She's number 11. She's actually on the Western Jets list. Didn't play this year, but she fantastic footballer. And also Alexis Gregor. She played 4 games for the Bendigo Pioneers in the NAB League Women's this season. And for those that are just joining us to tune in for the 15 years and under girls clash, the 2 games that you've missed earlier today, the Year 12 and under girls and the under 12 boys as well. Both sets of players putting on a great show. And it's been victory for the blue teams today. Blue teams won both those contests. In the under 12 girls, it was the blue team 6-10-46, knocking off the white team 2-2-14. And in the boys a moment ago, it was Vic Metro, far too strong, 14-3-87 to Vic Country 6-4-40. We're underway here in the year 15 and under girls. And we've got the ball that's raced out onto the outer wing. And we'll have a ball up already. I have to be honest, we do have some girls that have been added to this matchup as top-up players that I don't have on my team sheet, which is not very handy, but I'll try and do my best regardless. Still on the outer wing. Into the ruck there is Addison Howe. And forward come the girls in navy blue. Into the middle of the ground. Good mark taken in front by Sophie McKay, but she's had to play on because it was touched. Handball off to a teammate. Up towards full forward. Almost a mark there, not quite. It'll come back to Elise Cook. Cook stripped of it. And now we've got a bunch of girls in the St Kilda-like strip. It might not look like it from behind, the all-grey strip, but the St Kilda cross on the front. Of course, this is the VFL ground that is linked so heavily to the St Kilda Football Club with their reserves, Sandringham playing here, and also the Southern Saints in the VFLW. They're back into attack here, and here's the first goal of the game. And a lovely snap around the body as well, and that come from Zoe Wilkinson. And the Vic girls are on the board early. Looks like I'm going to have a substitute here. It'll be the great Raf Agostino filling in for Tony Shebeki, who I think Raf has gone to fix a coffee machine.
He's a helping young man. Yes, he is. I don't know about the great Raf Agostino. I'm just going to jump on commentary for a little bit. But you're doing a fantastic job here, Brent. This is a great day to be playing football, don't you think?
Absolutely beautiful. I thought to myself driving in, gee, it's a strange time of year, late November, but it really does feel like September out there with the sunshine and the ground in pretty good nick as well.
It does, and these girls are looking fantastic. I think they're going to be putting up a really good fight. It's nice to see the All-Stars here that have come from St Kilda, the next gen team for St Kilda, which is really good.
Zoe Wilkinson, the goal kicker from Beaconsfield College, as they've got a bit of defending to do, the Saints team. Applied a big tackle there. Kayla Dalglish felt the wrath of it. Ball up for grabs in the middle of the ground. Taking her free kick there, I think that was Tiger Daltrey, who has one of the best names out there today of all the boys and girls. Back up towards full forward and coming out of the goal square and taking a fantastic mark is a lady by the name of Elena Domagala. And here they go, the Victoria girls just being put back on her mark. But Elena from Lavalla Catholic College, a couple of girls from that college in this game. This will take her best, 30 metres out. Struck it nicely as it got the carry, not quite to the line it goes, and there's a free kick in the goal square to the Vic Metro girls. I think the umpire has pointed out. We're just the umpire just setting the mark right in the goal square, and this will be Addison Howe, a young lady whose name I've mentioned a couple of times, and you'd think from point blank, top of the goal square, there's no chance of Addison missing here. Another one of those girls from that college I just mentioned, Lavalla College. Addison Howe, 1, 2, 3, as easy as you like, great and the Vic girls have the first two of the match inside the first couple of minutes. A fast start, Raf Agostino for the girls in navy blue.
It certainly is. It certainly is. They some of them were talking about not having the fitness to carry through the game, but it looks like they're looking pretty good at the moment, just quietly. I think they're all at the same level.
Addison Howe, I mentioned, from Lavalla Catholic College. She's from Traralgon. I hate saying that word. I always feel like I'm drunk when I say Traralgon. She's from Traralgon football team. And she actually kicked 18 goals in 6 games for Traralgon, so she's a noted goal kicker. And this is a good start for the Vic Country girls. Can they bust out of the middle here again? Just had a handball pinch. That was Emily Rundle. The Saints team bouncing ball
nice
inside 50. Couldn't quite get at that one. She'll go again. And this is the first real time in the opening quarter where Vic Metro have had to defend, and they've done it well. Oh, that might have been Rundle
Quick
again.
hands, but no, that's...
ran into a little bit of trouble.
Certainly did.
A little bit lucky. I didn't think that was a handball in there. Raf, who's watching on the monitor, and I'm looking through the binoculars. I paid $200 for them, so I might as well use them. Just over that one there. That might be Addison Howe again at the bottom of that pack. And the umpire keen to blow the whistle and ball it up again. The Saints have it at half forward. Into the ruck it is Emily Rundle. Doing well in the ruck and winning a bit of ball at ground level. Here she goes again. Oh, stepped out of the tackle. Well played. Oh, and then in the end, undid all her good work and dropped the football. That's bad luck. That might have actually been Molly Patterson in there for Team Victoria. Some more defending to do here. Oh, that's a fair old mark. I'll just about pay that umpire. That was Sienna Farrell. A little bit harsh. She had a bit of it. Still the Saints in attack. Bouncing ball there after it here. It's Talia McMillan. Oh, good tackle. Great run down from behind, and a pretty easy decision for the umpire to pay there holding the ball.
So it's a St Kilda next gen with the ball, and it's a great delivery into the centre there, the hands of the girls there. It looks like it's going to get tied up here again.
I always get a bit nervous when the players drag the football into the bottom of the pack there, Raf. You just know they're the ones that the umpires are circling and circling with the whistle in the mouth. And if you don't get it out, you're in big trouble. This is a good little test here for the Vic Metro girls. They had things their own way through the first few minutes, but Saints Academy ladies just asking the question.
Does, and the weather's looking fantastic as well. It's a very balmy 18 degrees out here, and the wind is fairly still. It's not much of a breeze.
Beautiful, really. Farrell was in there hard and tight and in the end dispossessed. And there's a really good
Great
pair
mark.
of hands shown there. I believe that was Alexandra
Great kick.
Camagero. Big kicks to the outer side. Now trying to bust her way through here was Sierra Greaves, and
Sierra.
she's been dispossessed with the football. Played at a great intensity. There is a bit of a breeze, but it is, I imagine the girls out in the middle will be quite warm, so I'd expect them to be maybe running out of a bit of juice the longer this match wears on. Game number 3 today, the 15 years and under girls. We've had the year 12 and under boys and girls put on a show earlier this morning, and we've got one more to come later this afternoon, the year 15 and under boys. And good grim defending from the girls in navy blue. Not the best of kicks, but here is Jemima Fulton, who's going to have some time to put it back into the corridor. Asking a bit of her teammate there, who put her head over the football, and it's a great win, and away goes Molly Patterson. Kick out towards the broadcast wing, bouncing ball. It just beat Talia Plunkett. She'll have a second go. Plunkett kick out into the pocket. After this one is Elena Domagala. Got a good bounce, and then she's just been dispossessed. And the umpire, well, I thought it might have gone out of play before she was pinged for an illegal disposal, but the umpire says holding the ball. As I welcome in the man who's been with me all morning and afternoon, Tony Shebeki. Did you get that coffee machine fixed, Tony?
I wish I could have. No, she won't be able to grind beans, so unfortunately I think the coffee machine's pack it up and going home.
Well, unfortunately for everybody here at the ground, it'll be tea this afternoon, and not the caffeine coffee variety.
No, or hot chocolate. She can do hot chocolate.
Or hot chocolate. Yeah. Just not coffee.
Once again, a strong start for the blue team. Has been in all 3 games so far, and this Vic Metro or Vic Blue team out to a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, so this is the Saints Academy team, I'm told, Tony. Unfortunately, we don't have the team sheet in front of us, so we're going blind a little bit, but it's been a good response from them after the Vic girls got off to a very fast start. In there doing some tough work is a young lady who has the best name of all of the players out there today. It's number 8, Tiger Daltrey.
Yeah, nice.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Into the middle.
Be even better if it was Tiger Lily Daltrey.
That'd be fantastic. I shouldn't have to tell people to remember the name Tiger Daltrey. That's one that will stick in the memory, I'm sure.
Exactly. Now, did you say the Suns Academy or the Saints Academy?
Did I say Suns?
I think you said Suns.
I meant Saints. My apologies.
That's all right. It just looked very St Kilda colourish.
Well, it's got the worldly recognised cross on the front of it. Good tackle in there, and the pressure applied by Cameron Bucks. Are you saying that you know Cameron Bucks?
Oh, yeah, no, well, I work at Maribyrnong Secondary College.
Right.
At the Sports Academy there.
Yep.
And, so a couple of these girls go through our AFL Academy at Maribyrnong. That's Cameron Bucks and also Sierra Greaves. Sierra Greaves are 2 of the girls that will hopefully follow in the footsteps of women such as Ali McKenzie at Richmond, Monique Conti, Libby Birch. I could probably name the Prasparkas sisters.
Well, I'll tell you, well, that's
Georgie
a
and
who's
Maddie.
who list.
Yeah, exactly.
Goodness.
So, been some good girls come through. A lot of number 1 and 2 draft picks over the last couple of years.
Well, Alan McKenzie.
Yeah.
She's. I'll tell you what. The Tigers AFLW team didn't do all that well this year, but they would have done even worse if not for Ellie McKenzie. She's a fantastic player.
Very true. And Robbie Chancellor is the head coach down there, coach of the Western Jets. So also gets to work with the girls not only at school, at training, but also through the Western Jets Boys and Girls Academy, which is great.
It's fantastic play from Sophie Mackay. She actually got her own handball back and then run onto the loose ball towards half forward. Trying to make something happen there is Elise Cook. We've got a whistle here. And let's go into the Saints team. The umpire refers to her as number 20, and I will too, because we don't have the sheets in front of us. Good kick, though, to split up a teammate. Well, it was a good decision. The kick just had a little bit too much on it. Applying the pressure in there is Sienna Farrell, who's had a little bit of it. Can they break clear here, the Saints? Oh, that'll be holding the ball, unfortunately. The tackle was far too strong from Zoe Wilkinson. Already kicked the goal. Lacy out kick as well. And here is Sienna Farrell again, and she will be the beneficiary of a... Will it be a 50-metre penalty, or will it be the shorter version? We saw a couple in the under-12 games. And they looked to me like they were only a 25-metre penalty. That might be about the same, I think, Tony.
Yeah, I think you're right, Brett. So while it was exciting, as we watch this ball go forward for Victoria, while it was exciting to watch the young kids, the under-12s earlier on, this is where the real excitement is in the under-15s, because this is where their AFL recruiting career starts. There are recruiters around here. I've seen their faces. They're here. They're watching. Kids don't just get drafted based on what they do in the under-18 National Carnival. Kids are watched and they've got notes taken on them from today, from the under-15s. So they'll have eyes on them as they do their local footy. They'll have eyes on them as they go through their NAB stuff with their respective teams, whether it be the Western Jets or the Oakley Chargers or Calder Cannons or whoever that might be. So eyes are on these kids from now, and what a fantastic opportunity to impress here today.
It is amazing how far out they are scouted, and no doubt they'll be there in droves looking through their binoculars, as there might be another chance here for the Victorian girls. A squared kick up. It was a lovely kick and nice dropped it in the bucket for the mark to be taken by, I think that's Sarah
Talia Plunkett, that is.
Talia Plunkett, 21? 20, is it? Sorry, I need to get my eyesight checked. Talia Plunkett. I thought I saw a 1 on the back. You are right, Tony. Talia Plunkett, who's kicked a goal. That's a lovely kick. Splits the middle. She's pretty happy about it. And the Vic Metro girls have 3 straight to the Saints Academy team, I suppose we'll call them. 0. We've got down to 3.5 minutes to play in the opening quarter here of the year 15 and under girls match.
Great opportunity here for the Saints Academy girls to come up against the best in the state of Victoria, which we hope would be the best in Australia. Most of these kids will be, most of these girls will be right up there. So a fantastic opportunity for these Saints Academy girls to test their best against the best and see how they go. At the moment, it's Victoria leading the way though.
And I know they have got a good academy, the Saints, with the in the men's. I know they've got a couple of players that they're very keen on and will probably be drafted very highly in the draft next week in the AFL men's draft. I don't know if Charlotte Ebelton will like us calling it the AFL men's. I think she will. That's what she wanted us to call it. Ball up for grabs here in the middle. Onto it is Addison Howe, who's been busy towards full forward. But, an early whistle there. She actually dropped that mark, but I think she had enough of it. Saints Academy will send it to the outer side. Oh, gee, that was Farrell, who got an absolutely rotten bounce. We've seen a few of those today. Oh, from the blind side, what a tackle.
Wow-wee.
That was Sierra Greaves. I think was that one of the girls that you mentioned,
one of our Maribyrnong girls, yes.
Wow-wee, what's in the water down there at Maribyrnong? That was a crunching tackle. He almost jumped up on her with arms and legs. Here's the pack in the forward 50. No mark taken. The Saints will do well to just hold this one up.
Well, I can tell you what's in the water. Well, it's not necessarily in the water, but it's what happens. Maribyrnong Sports Academy is a fantastic example of a government sports academy that's been set up out there at Maribyrnong College. And the opportunity for these guys and girls who are going through in numerous sports at Maribyrnong, but AFL being one of the largest sports that we have, is the fact that not only do they do their AFL training at the school with competent coaches, Scotty Lucas being one, they also get to do a thing that we call high performance preparation. So they learn how to do weights from year 7 onwards. So in year 9, they're actually lifting weights. Yeah. They're in the gym doing all that sort of stuff. So when they come up to these situations of under 15s and then especially the under 18s, most of the kids that come through the academy are physically stronger because they've been doing it for a few years.
Got it at the teeth of goal here. It might find its way to Plunkett, who kicked that last goal. Can she find some space for herself here? She's corralled. Gave a handball off to Bucks. Bouncing ball, and it's just off to the left-hand side. It's the first blemish on the scoreboard for the Team Vic team. And they've actually just put that behind up for the wrong team on the scoreboard, but it will be Team Vic 3-1-19. And the Saints side yet to score. They're going to bring it out to this near side. Plunkett again. Got a little knuckle in there. Did well defensively, Plunkett. Here's a good take by, that was Alexandra Calagero. Back inside 50. Saints doing a lot of defending. Oh, she saw Farrell come from nowhere and then had to get rid of it. Farrell, that's a good handball to tee up. Tiger, here's Daltrey to the top of the goal square there. They're going to have another goal for themselves here, the girls in navy blue, and it was really good teamwork, and it was Elena Domagala with her second goal already in this opening quarter.
I like the way they kept that alive. Daltrey got it into Elise Cook, and then Cook off to Domagala. They just worked hard to make sure that the opposition didn't get hands on that ball and look for options. And Domagana was the one that was the dot on the I at the end that got the 4th goal on the board for the Victorian team.
It's an interesting thing. I feel like with all of the blue teams today, there has been a clear, I guess, in terms of their link-up play and their team play and bringing each other into it, all the blue teams in every age group that we've seen so far have been the superior team playing that way. Yeah,
and there are periods of time where that is definitely the case. Metro is always stronger than Country, but then there have been other times also where Country have really had the best around. So, but you would say in the time that Vic Metro and Vic Country have been coming up against each other, Vic Metro have seemed to have always had the upper hand.
That'll do us for the first quarter here in the year 15 and under. Girls, good start for the young ladies out there in navy blue against the Saints Academy team. A 4-goal first quarter, Tony, 4-1-25. Team Vic will lead the Saints Academy side to no score. The quarters in this one, if you're wondering, 4 times 18 minutes, so a little bit longer than the year 12 and under. What did you make of that first quarter, Tony, of what you saw?
Yeah, well, pretty well. I was watching it while I was trying to fix up the coffee machine as well, just looking over the shoulder. It was pretty much of what we've seen today, as you mentioned, Brett. The Victorian team, the blue team in this case, just seemed to be physically stronger than the other team, and probably just that little bit more skilled. And that'll be the state. You've got a case of 25 of the best girls in Victoria up against 25 girls who can play good footy. So you're always going to have that little bit of domination, aren't you, when it comes to that? So good effort by all the girls. Let's hope that it continues to be an entertaining game for the next 3 quarters.
Next quarter time here at Trevor Barker Beach Oval, the year 15 and under girls clash. Tony and I will take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the second quarter for you. You're watching the 2021 Team Vic Australian Football Showcase Day. Tony and I will be back in a moment.
This age group, the under 15, these girls have been predominantly year 8 and 9. So they're doing 7 to 9 periods a week of high performance preparation, where they're working with dietitians, working with school psychologists, working in the gym, doing agility drills and all that sort of stuff. Not necessarily lifting weights in the gym, but what they do in the first 2 years is they just get them on PVC pipes and just get them to learn the procedure. So in year 9, when they actually start putting weights on them, they're not injuring themselves. So we've had boys at AFL level that have been drafted up into AFL, and the coaches have looked at them when they've gone to the club. Staff are, they go straight to the gym, they're doing their stuff. We need to start teaching because they just have to themselves. That's always something that you want, isn't it? When you go to the gym with recreation, to get those movements. Yeah. You're acting, you pick up injuries from the gym because they use you. Yeah. No one's chasing up the others. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2021 Team Vic Australian Football Showcase Day, live streamed on the School Sports Vic website and across all the SSB social channels as well. Brent Sternberg here with Tony Shebeki, and we're just about set to go here, Tony, for the second quarter of the year 15 and under girls clash. We've got the Vic Metro girls up against today in the lighter coloured jumpers that you see out there is the Saints Academy team. I think I misspoke in that first quarter and said Suns. You might think it's the... I might have just said that because it's such a nice day and sunny, but no, it's the Saints Academy team. Gave a good account of themselves in that opening quarter, but of course the Vic Metro girls did look a bit of a class above, but it is the Saints Academy who go forward and inside 51st in this second quarter. Big tackle applied in there by, I think that might have been Caitlin Hubbard. We'll get back up and have a ball up. The Saints will be keen to get on the scoreboard as quickly as they can. They probably deserved a goal or two for their efforts in that opening quarter, but again, as we've seen with all of the Vic Metro and Blue teams, they've been pretty hard to penetrate back there today in the two under 12 age groups.
Certainly have. There is no doubting that they have been the stronger teams through the first two games, and obviously in this game as well.
There's a nice pick up below the knees at Sierra Greaves. High rain-making, kick bouncing ball towards the outer wing. It's up for grabs. Greaves might go and get it again here. It's Daisy Sudholtz, in fact. And now got a free kick for incorrect disposal, the umpire says, and it will be taken over there by Alexis Gregor. So Alexis Gregor, Tony, is actually one of the couple of the girls in this game for Vic Metro who is actually on a NAB League women's list already. Yep. She's with the Bendigo Pioneers. Lulu Field is the other one. And I've heard Alexis Gregor, very, very good footballer. Oh, called to play on here and caught immediately. Umpire didn't really do her any favours. I think that might have been Sophie McKay again. Not real happy with the umpire there, but she moved off her line, I believe, and play on was the call. Yeah, I was going to say Alexis Gregor in the number 13, one of two students from St. Joseph's College here today. Mm-hmm. Out the Echuca Moama way. She plays for the Echuca Junior Football Club. And 4 games actually for the Bendigo Pioneers this year. So she's only young but already getting a crack against girls a couple of years older. That's good news. Yeah,
that NAB League competition has been fantastic for the girls over the last couple of years. It's given them a real sense of high level achievement, which is great. It's what they need to be doing.
Got it deep in the pocket here, Vic Metro. That was a number 7, Elena Domagala, who trying to keep it in, but in the end ran out of real estate. The goal kickers, I'll just recap them from the opening quarter. It was Elena Domagala with a couple. Zoe Wilkinson and Talia Plunkett, the other two. Talia Plunkett was actually very busy in that opening quarter. Here they have it at the deep in that pocket at the teeth of goal, Team Vic Metro. And the umpire said that nobody's getting it out of there, so I'll ball it up. The other thing that's interesting to think about as well is all this women's talent coming through is, of course, we're actually going to have 4 new teams coming into the AFLW
Correct.
Next year. So that's going to open up nearly 100 more opportunities in the big league for the women.
Yeah. So we talk about talent pool, and a lot of people have said that by doing that, the AFL might be diluting what is not already an amazingly strong pool. But I think it's just the opportunity now. It's going to give these girls the opportunity to start getting on lists and training with clubs and doing things like that, once they get to that 17, 18 years of age group, and that's going to be great.
That was Sophie McKay kicking a goal, a fantastic move out of traffic, the blind turn and the check side. That's the opening goal of the second quarter and the 5th on the board for Team Vic Metro. Sophie McKay. I wonder if it's McKay or Mackay. That is one surname that always trips me up from the commentator.
Does with everyone. I think it's preference, isn't it, of the person who has the name. I don't think there's any way you can tell.
From Melbourne Girls Grammar, Sophie, Paran Junior Football Club in the South Metro Footy League. So she's another one that's played 9 games in the under-16s in that league and a couple in the under-18s. I was surprised to learn she's the only student out there today from Melbourne Girls Grammar. I thought there might be a couple of others in this game. Daisy Sudholtz, young lady from Horsham, I think, originally, but boarding in Ballarat at Loretto or Ballarat Clarendon? Ballarat Clarendon. There's a fair attempt at the goal as well. It was just touched on the line. Being asked to defend again in this second quarter, the Saints Academy team. Oh, coming out of the back line and taking on Kayla Dalglish, just getting away, moving dangerously back there. And it's actually going to work as there's a nice mark taken by the Saints player. They head towards the outer side as the wind just picks up and causes a little bit of chaos in the commentary box. The Saints have it, looking to move it towards the outer wing. What a take from Daisy Sudholt. Speak of the devil, that was sensational. Kick back inside forward 50, Damagala. Awkward bounce. Able to her teammate who had the kick smothered. Opportunity perhaps here for Charlotte Edwards, who ran straight by the football. Great forward pressure by the girls in navy blue. And, well, too good, says the umpire, holding on, holding the player. And that's the reprieve they needed on the last line of defence for the Saints. Thank you for retrieving my notes, Tony Shebeki. I appreciate it very much.
My pleasure, Brett, as the ball kicked forward by the Saints Academy player, but a mark taken by Sierra Greaves. And she will line up for goal from about 45 out when she goes to kick. Pretty much directly in front. The way the pack's forming, they don't seem too confident that she'll make the distance. I think she'll go close. She'll definitely go inside the square.
Sends it on its way. It's definitely got a lot of height. To the top of the square it will go. It's off about 4 sets of hands. All the girls in navy blue. And it goes out of play by the right-hand goal post, and they'll take that Vic Metro, lock it in. 5-2-32, they lead the Saints Academy side, who are yet to score. 10 minutes to play in the opening half here at Trevor Barker Beach Oval. Quick kick out of the pack to the goal square, and a really important defensive mark. And a quick play on as well, and they're off and running the Saints. That's not a great kick. Farrell, 1-2, she's got it. Sienna Farrell, 50 out from goal. The young lady with the red scrunchie in the hair. Long run up, back towards the goal square. Can they get a mark? It's just over the head of the intended target. That was Tiger Daltrey playing as the deep forward. But even Tiger couldn't get onto that one, and it goes through for another behind. 5-3, the Vic Metro girls now.
Beware of the girl with the red scrunchie.
I still can't get over Tiger Daltrey. What a name. I love it. You can't tell me there's a better name out there today, Tony. If you see one...
Probably not. Yeah, I will. I'll let you know, but no, you're probably right.
Here's Kayla Dalglish, got her name all over that. By hand, it's come to Zoe Wilkinson towards the outer side. Good kick, but just over the head of her teammate, Caitlin Hubbard, I think that was. Might have another go here. It's Sierra Greaves. Danced around a couple. Inside forward 50. They need another defensive mark. They don't get it. That was really well controlled there by Charlotte Edwards, but couldn't find a teammate by hand. And now Edwards is on the bottom of the pack. It does come out. The Saints defenders and half backline runners have had plenty to do in the opening half here in the 15 years and under girls. Long kick back inside 50. It'll bounce away from Charlotte Edwards, who was the intended target again there, and out of play it goes. Still Vic Metro deep in attack.
Well, I could tell you a story about a possible relative, same surname,
Right.
Daisy Shudholz, number 24
Yes.
for Victoria. I know a guy called Dale Shudholz who runs the Bathurst Hilton.
Right.
What that is, it's effectively a tent city. So it's probably a tent that stretches about 40 metres long by about 20 metres wide, and it's up on the hill at Bathurst, and he sleeps around about 40 or 50 people.
Right.
And they have a great time up at Bathurst, at the Bathurst 1000, which of course is coming up in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah. Have they moved that this year? I thought
Yeah,
that was
normally
usually the week after
normally
the
it's the
Granny.
second week of October.
Yeah.
But due to COVID and all that sort of stuff, they were unable to get competitors in there. So yeah, 2 weeks' time, the Bathurst 1000, big event.
Good work in there by Taylor McMillan, who's had a bit of the football on that outer wing in the last few moments. Just running out of room there, and again we'll get the boundary throw in right in front of the Sandringham scoreboard. This is, I was mentioning earlier, the home of the, for those that don't know, the Sandringham Zebras in the VFL, and the Southern Saints, who are the reserves team of the St Kilda side in the AFLW. I think the Sandringham Dragons play here a little bit as well.
I was going to ask that, yeah.
Deep in attack, Vic Metro girls. That's Damagala, who's looking very dangerous inside forward 50, but she's got no room to move there. Talk about football factory, Sandringham Dragons. Boy, goodness. I think they've got a few
came
boys.
through there, yeah.
Yeah, got a few boys that'll be drafted next week as well, I think. Oh, there's a young lady for the Saints Academy team that I think just forgot what way she was kicking. We've seen that a couple of times today, actually. That's what happens when you haven't played football for a few weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
You forget what way you're going. It's a nice mark taken by Jemima Fulton, who's going to run around and load up to full forward. Where's Tiger? Oh, just ran out of bouncing ball. Damagala, can she get there? No, I'm not sure that was touched. That might have been a goal if it hadn't have gone the wrong side of the stick. But it was actually Elise Cook who was after it, and another behind. Racking up the behinds, the Team Vic Metro, 5-4-34. Saints Academy team haven't had a whole lot up the Nick Sortner end of the ground in this second quarter, trying to play their way out of defence here. They're sort of getting to this wing half forward, and that's where it's coming unstuck. Long ball back inside forward 50. Charlotte Edwards. Well, the defenders have decided to keep it in. Edwards, great forward pressure. And she'll be rewarded with another forward 50 stoppage for her side. Just over 5.5 minutes to play in quarter number 2. Year 15 and under girls. Scouts are here watching them. There'll be NAB League scouts and even scouts from the AFLW and the VFLW teams as well. Quick kick out of the pack. That's a lovely, really a half chance taken. And that might have been Charlotte Edwards, who's been in everything in the forward line in this second quarter. She trots away and receives all the high fives. So number 9, Charlotte Edwards, is on the scoreboard.
Good work again by Victoria. Just it seems to be the trait of these blue teams is that they work on a game plan of just keeping the ball alive, keeping it moving, keeping it going. And that's exactly the case here with these girls as well, the under 15 girls. And that was evident in that goal. Just keep it moving, keep it going forward, and eventually someone will do the job, and they did. Charlotte Edwards, in that case, was the lady.
Mentioned her name a few times. He's actually going to win the clearance here, Charlotte Edwards. In fact, that was Kayla Dalglish. Just going to say on Charlotte Edwards from Forest Hill College. Football team is Mount Evelyn in the Eastern Regions Girls Football League. Plays basketball as well. There's actually a lot of boys and girls out there today that have basketball as their second sport of choice. It's quite incredible. I didn't realise how many kids played their basketball, but evidently it's a lot. The Vic girls team lead in this one, 6-4-40. The Suns Academy side still yet to score. And they win a clearance here, sinking her boot into it, I think was Mackay. Edwards might be onto another one here. Come off her boot, and now from deep in the pocket, bouncing ball. That would be a miracle goal. Oh, and the damn goalpost got in the way. That was Elise Cook, who's another one who was looking very dangerous, floating around the scrimmages around the pack. Another behind for Team Vic Metro. As the Saints again look like they're under instruction to run it out, and they've coughed it up, and a mark taken about 40 out from goal right in front. That might be Alexis Gregor, number 13. Barrels that one towards the teeth of goal, but didn't have the accuracy, unfortunately, and it's gone out of play. I said 4 games for Alexis Gregor for the Bendigo Pioneers this year. One of 2 students from St. Joseph's College. There's St. Joseph's College is everywhere, isn't there? There must be one up near Chuka-Moama. I know there's one in Geelong.
Yeah.
A franchise school.
Just like the old commercial hotel or the railway hotel. There's one everywhere, isn't there?
Oh, that sounds like
generally next to a railway.
Sounds like your domain, Tony.
Generally next to a station, you'll find the railway hotel.
Oh, funny that.
Yeah. But most towns have a commercial hotel.
Vic Metro girls still in attack as a crunch tackle laid in there. It was actually a couple of Metro girls who all got tangled up amongst one another. Tiger Daltrey again, playing in the forward line and laying plenty of tackles. Oh, yes, not a great kick. Number 14, it's Sierra Greaves. Kicked it into the player on the mark, I think, did she? And now the Saints Academy girls might be a chance. Almost a strong overhead mark taken there by Plunkett, I think that is. In fact, it's McMillan. She's put her head in the hole and gone after the football at centre half forward. Massive girls around this football, just kicked forward by Dalglish. Just caught out of position there, Tiger Daltrey, but she might find her way onto the football. She's fighting tigerishly, is Tiger. Continuing to turn up the heat. Another long kick from the Saints Academy side. Oh, she probably should have taken that mark. Another chance perhaps here for Dalglish. Couldn't quite win the football. The ball at the feet of about 6 players in there. Can the Saints Academy girls get out of there? That kick was long, but it was touched, so the mark won't be paid to McMillan. Cool head to hit up Jemima Reynolds, who spirals one inside 50. A couple of girls out here. They could work it amongst themselves. That handball was a little bit untidy. Reynolds ran past the football and then back onto it. And again, another crunching tackle, and I'll be pretty happy to lock this up inside forward 50 again, the girls in navy blue.
That's not a bad name. The tackler there, Lulu Field.
Nice name.
That's up there with Tiger for sure.
It is. I still like Tiger. Kick forward, and gee, that was a good kick, and here she is. Speak of her, Tiger Daltrey taking the mark, 20 metres out right in front. Now, come on, Tiger. We've been pumping you up all first half. Go back and kick your first goal of the afternoon in the last 50 seconds of this one. And Tiger Daltrey, she's kept it low. Just to come off the instep there. Great roving. That's a fair effort as well. Kick. That's a magnificent goal. It was touched on the line. That was Talia Plunkett again, who has a goal. And she looks lively. She's a lively one, Talia Plunkett, from I always say this wrong, Montmorency Secondary College. Yeah, I got it. You see a St Mary's footy club as well in the Yarra Junior Footy League. And the Saints are going to use the broadcast side this time to try and get out. Leaving that one behind was Jemima Reynolds. Might be able to have another go here. Reynolds did well to use her body to protect the space and win the football. Couple grabs on the broadcast wing. The girls are going hard at it. Kick forward by the Saints right on the half-time siren. There's a nice mark taken there by Taylor McMillan, who was one of the Team Vic Metro's best players in that second quarter. The Saints almost didn't get it past halfway because of Taylor McMillan and a couple of the half-back flankers for Team Vic Metro, who have come up to the halfway mark to get some of the footy.
Yeah, look, once again, we've mentioned it a couple of times now. They just look stronger. The blue team, the Vic blue team, the Vic Metro team, and as a result, they're getting the job done. They lead by 42 points to 0 at the moment, and you can understand why as you look at the girls walking off there for their half-time break. I'll tell you what I'm loving though, and I'm loving going for a walk around a footy oval, a local footy oval, wherever it may be, and you're seeing a couple of girls kicking the footy to each other.
Yep.
Like, we used to when we were kids, and you'd have your mate and you'd be kicking end to end, and now girls are doing that sort of stuff, and it's just becoming a part of everyday life now for our girls here in Victoria. I'm assuming it's the same in South Australia and in WA as well. And as a result, we're starting to see that level of football really fall into what we, is good football, what we look for.
Crystallising as an on-field product, yeah. And
as I said, I mentioned this earlier, that there's people out there who still doubt the validity of the AFLW and where that's going and how that looks. And I think it's really unfair for people to put that AFLW v AFL argument up, because you just can't. It's not existent. There is no argument to put up, because they are two separate beings of
apples and oranges.
Yeah, exactly, they are. But what we will see is over time that these girls are getting better, and as these girls start to get into the system, the footy will get better.
Let's go down to Raf Agostino. He's got a couple of the girls down at ground level. Down to you, Raf, mate.
Thanks, Brent. Fantastic work. Girls, what a game so far. Now, you've got a great story, I reckon, because you girls are twins, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, who's who? Tell us your names.
I'm Zoe.
And you?
I'm Matilde.
And?
Matilde.
Matilde. Excellent. Zoe and Matilde. Now, we happen to have Dad up there on the scoreboard, so give him a wave. He's trying to do his best with the scoreboard. Tell us, what's good about playing on each other, against each other?
I mean, we know each other's strengths. Challenge against each other, so because we know how we play, so yeah.
Now, what do you love about football?
Just everything about it.
Everything?
Just playing, like training and the opportunities we get.
Great work. What about you?
Yeah, I just love having to run around on this big space and finding connections with all the girls and stuff.
Now, how have you managed to stay fit during COVID? What have you been doing to stay active?
Every Saturday with our cousins, we'd go for a kick.
And what about you?
Yeah, we'll do like a little scratch match with like the whole family and go, yeah, and like do some runs and stuff.
Now, where are we going to see your name up in lights? 10 years from now, we fast forward, where are we going to see your name up in lights?
I'm not sure.
What about yourself?
I don't really know. Yeah.
Brilliant work. Well, thanks heaps for coming out from the St Kilda Next Gen team and also the Team Vic Blue team. Go and join your teams and good luck for the rest of the game. All right, back to the commentators now.
Good on you, Raf. How about that? Twins
Well,
playing on opposite teams. How
amazing.
many times do you reckon they've played on one another throughout their career?
Oh, it would have happened for sure. There's no doubt about it. I was just wondering if Raf could have asked the twin that plays for the Saints Academy her teammate's name.
Matilde?
No, the rest of the team.
Oh,
Just
right.
to help us out in commentary.
That could have helped us out a lot. But we now know Matilde Wilkinson. She's the
Beautiful.
twin sister of number 25 in the Navy Blue, Zoe Wilkinson, who is on the score sheet in the first half, as well as Taylor Plunkett, Sophie McKay and Charlotte Edmonds, and 2 goals for Elena Domagala.
Also
Yes,
great
Tony,
to
yep,
see too, Dee Longwell, obviously a female AFL coach, coaching the under-15 girls team, which is fantastic. Generally, that coaching position has been very much a dominated position by males, so great to see accredited and high-level accredited women now coming into the system as well in the coaching ranks.
It's great for Dee, and it's great for the girls as well to learn under her. Obviously, with the top-notch experience coaching in the big league. Tony, let's step out and have a breather, shall we? It's half time here in the year 15 and under girls. It's the Vic Metro team up big on the Saints Next Generation team. The Vic Metro side 6-6-42. The Saints Academy side yet to score. Tony Shebeki and Brent Sternberg here with you. We'll be back for the second half. You're watching the 2021 Team Vic Australian Football Showcase Day live streamed on School Sport Victoria website and across all our socials as well. We'll be back in a moment.
Yeah. Yep. I've been here plenty of times. Yeah, 2 of my boys have been through the system, so. No, I apologize.
Bit of due diligence for us, right?
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2021 Team Vic Australian Football Showcase Day live streamed on the School Sport Victoria website and across all the SSB social channels as well, wherever you may be watching throughout this great state and country of ours that is pretty much all back open, I think, and out the other side. Oh, the COVID and the horrible last sort of 18 months, 2 years we've had. We've got some football today. We've got the year 15 and under girls, and we've got a cracking day for it as well under blue skies here at the famous Trevor Barker Beach Oval. Brent Sternberg is my name. Tony Shebeki is here with me, and we're just commenting on what a lovely afternoon it is, Tony.
Gorgeous. That breeze just keeping the temperature down a little bit, but the sun's out, clouds breaking up, and in for a great afternoon of footy. I tell you what, compliments to these umpires as well. This is their third game.
Yes. They have been the same umpires all day, haven't
Yeah,
they?
this bloke ran the boundary in the first game, and this one field umpire second and third. Good effort.
Well, I hope they'll be asking for a pay rise after today. Let's go for the third quarter. 15 years and under girls football. Team Vic in the blue, and the girls in the lighter coloured jerseys. If you're unaware, it's the St Kilda Saints Next Generation Academy. And they're looking to get some scores on the board in this premiership quarter. But again, it's Vic Metro who have gone forward. Onto it here, looking to pick it up is Talia Plunkett, who's been very good in that opening half, harassing, and then winning her own ball and then losing it just as she won possession. They'll continue to tighten the screw, though, the Vic Metro girls, as they did in the first half. Damagala completely coughed that one up. Yeah, that might be Mackay back around the body, but a good defensive mark. They've taken some good defensive marks on the last line of defence of the Saints Academy girls. They're getting plenty of practice with defending. Here's a race for the football. Coming across and getting there. That might have been, I thought that was the twin that we spoke to at half-time. It wasn't. Matilde Wilkinson in the number 10 for the Saints, and she's the, not the identical twin from what I could see, but the twin of Zoe Wilkinson in the number 25.
I don't reckon there was too much between them.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I had my glasses on, so you might be right. Put my glasses on and I might not be able to see. They were good speakers, weren't they? And they were talking about how their favourite thing about playing football, I think it was Zoe that said this, is everything.
Everything.
What more can you say, as Sandy Roberts would say?
No, and you see, they were talking about during lockdown, Raph asked them how do they keep fit, and she said we'd go down and just have a kick down the oval every Saturday and stuff. So it's just great to see. It's really, as I said, something that's just starting to come in to the girls' everyday life.
Molly Patterson was rewarded for a crunching tackle holding the ball. Here's an opportunity for the number 10, Sienna Farrell, to kick the first goal of the second half. She's another one who's been very busy as well. And now she's got a goal for her troubles, the young lady from Caulfield Grammar School. Caulfield Grammar are actually the school, Tony, that are best represented here today with 5 students. Sienna in the under-15 girls, and we've got 4 boys in the next game from that school.
So the biggest AFL name to come out of Caulfield Grammar. The 2 that I can think of straight away that come off the top of the head, Chris Judd and Luke Hodge.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of Juddy, but yeah, Hodge. I think, I'm a Tiger man, so I know a couple of the Tiger boys come from there. The recently retired David Asprey, I think, from Caulfield. No, very, very fine football program there at that school, and the footy team, the Grammarians as well in the VAFA, are a very strong team in the Premier Division. Just celebrated their 100th year, I think, last year, in the year that was ruined by COVID, unfortunately, for Peter Small and all the good folks there at the Caulfield Grammarians. And a ball up at half forward here. It's the Saints Academy team into attack.
Cheers, I wouldn't want to start that debate. Who was the better player, Chris Judd or Luke Hodge?
Well, it'd be a good debate to have. People ask me the best footballer I've ever seen, Tony. That's my answer, Chris Judd.
Really?
Yes. Disgustingly good.
Geez, and I was lucky enough to have seen Gary Ablett.
Yes, I didn't see senior. A bit too young. That was a good kick out to the outer wing by Sierra Greaves, who has been one of the better Metro players out there today. Had plenty of the football and all over the place as well. And here's a pretty simple intercept mark for Vic Metro, who will look to move it on quickly towards wing and half forward. McKay, she didn't know that her opponent hadn't taken the football. She assumed that she did and then lingered in the tackle. But that I get the sense, having watched Sophie McKay today, that's how she plays. She shoots first and then asks questions. Turn over here in the middle of the ground. Nice intercept mark. Talia Plunkett, who's been pretty good as well. Kick out towards the broadcast side. There's another rotten bounce. That's about the 400th we've had today. Kept battling though in there. That was Jemima Reynolds. And again they'll have a holding on decision go their way, the Saints Academy side. Next Generation Academy side, I should say. Right on centre wing. Oh, not a good kick. Well read though. That was Charlotte Edwards. Kicked a goal in the first half. Great anticipation there. Couldn't link up with Sophie McKay at half forward. And the Saints will come out and they're going to use the corridor. That kick's just gone over the head of a couple of the Saints players. Farrell in there providing a nuisance. Good pick up and kick away in there for the Metro team. Is Alexandra Calagero, an inside 50 and really well read and a nice mark taken as well. About 50 out from goal. Bang side on, and I couldn't see who it was. It was Molly Patterson, and a lace-out hit to honour the lead of her teammate. And that was Elise Cook, and that was really good build-up play from the Vic Metro
So
girls.
two beautiful passes. It was the pass from Sierra Greaves to Patterson, and then Patterson's pass to this point was fantastic.
Here's Elise Cook. That's not a bad effort, but it's just been pushed to the near side. Elise Cook is, no, not on the scoreboard. She had that, what would have been a miraculous goal from the pocket in that second quarter that the goalpost got in the way of, but not in the majors column as yet. Got a couple of behinds to her name. Couple of no talk between the Vic Metro girls. I think they both had their name on it and then both left it at the last moment. They'll be disappointed with that. The ball goes out of play. Right by our commentary position here. It's a sunny Trevor Barker Beach Oval. We were talking in the break, Tony, about how the girls have got lucky with some nice weather today because you can get some pretty ordinary weather down here during the depths of winter.
You certainly can. I'm a frequent flyer at Williamstown footy ground, and that can get pretty ugly as well.
Probably they would all, in terms of crazy, they've mucked this up. The Saints Academy, huge tackle by McMillan. She's got another player in her sights here. McMillan, well done, brilliant football. Deserved to win it. She did. She fed it out into the path of Alexis Gregor, and again McMillan. And the Vic Country girls Vic Metro girls go forward, I should say. Good spoil from behind there by the defender. Onto it now is Ferrell. Can she straighten up and go for home? Good smother. That might have been the same defender. A couple of great efforts in there. And now she'll earn herself a free kick for being held onto. That's good defending.
It was great play by Talia McMillan as well. Just did not want to lose that ball and just kept on going in. Repeat effort after repeat effort after repeat effort. And that's what took that ball into Victoria's 50.
Sienna Farrell's been good as well. Bouncing ball towards half forward. Good pick up by Patterson, who turns on the gas, and now to full forward. Girl waiting out the back here, and that was sensational play. And here's Elise Cook finally to join her friends in the majors column from the top of the goal square.
Well, don't call it too early.
I'm calling it. You can put it in your footy record, Tony. Elise Cook off about half a dozen steps puts it through from Loretto College. And she plays for Bacchus Marsh Footy Club out there, Tony.
There you go. So that Loretto College is out that way then.
Well, I know Loretto is there's a lot of different campuses, but I do know there's a Loretto in Ballarat, so Bacchus Marsh would make sense.
Yep. Good footy out at Bacchus Marsh in the Riddle competition.
Yeah, there was a very famous footballer that was involved at Bacchus Marsh, coaching there not that long ago. I can't recall who it was. It's annoying me that I can't pull it out of my brain. I've got a lot of stuff to remember coming into today, so you'll have to forgive me, Tony. But Doug Hawkins?
Doug Hawkins definitely out that way, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I would not...
I think he's in Melton.
Yeah. I would not have been able to sleep tonight if I couldn't pull that out the back of my brain. Doug Hawkins?
Well, he coached a lot of junior footy.
Yeah. And they've got a lovely jumper as well, the Bacchus Marsh Football Club, the black with the white and red V. Ooh. Lovely jumper. Here's the Saints Academy girls who go forward. That went through the fingertip. That's Tiger Daltrey, who I think has gone to play across half back now. He's over it here. Trying to break free was Caitlin Hubbard, and the umpire says, I'll have it.
And that's a good decision by Dee Longwell if she's done that. If she's put a couple of her players just in different positions, gives them an opportunity to see how they go there, because at 15 years of age, your footy position, your footy career shouldn't be predetermined.
Yeah. And I mean the back six to be perfectly fair, aren't seeing much of the football, so
Yeah.
change things around,
Yeah.
give the girls a go, give everybody a chance to win the pill. The defenders do have some defending to do here, though. It's a good tackle applied by the Vic Metro lady in there, and it was, of course, Tiger Daltrey who picks herself up from the bottom of that pack. Into the ruck there for the Vic Metro side is Addison Howe. We've gone a little bit quiet after I called her name a lot in the opening quarter. Now Sienna Farrell, who
Good play.
has been good. Bounce just eluded her towards the outer wing. Sienna Farrell waiting for the handball. Didn't quite come in her direction. Trying to bust through is Alexandra Colagero. Got to kick away out into space. And McMillan went, oh, fantastic. The blind turn. That was good. It was Sophie McKay, in fact, to full forward. At the back there, the Vic Metro player just trying to knock it to ground, and the umpire somehow has pulled a free kick out of there, I think, for holding on. But that was a good clean contest, but like I've said a couple of times, umpire's a lot closer than us, Tony, and I'm not wearing my glasses. So I'll give it to the umpire. Here we go. Here comes Greaves. Oh, made that football her own. Burns off all her teammates. And it's all just fading. It actually hasn't made the distance. It stayed in, so they're still alive here, the Vic Metro girls. Fighting for it is Elise Cook. If she's over it, she'd want to get it out. Can McKay bring this one in? Little handball away. Good defending. That was well done by the Saints Academy girls. Straight through the hands of Daisy Sudholtz. And onto it. Oh, gee, that was a good gather. And that might be Zander. Good run-down tackle from Sudholtz. Brilliant.
Yeah,
Great determination. She come from a long way back. She come from about 20 metres away, did Daisy. Fantastic tackle. Daisy Sudholtz. So she's actually a very good athlete. She won the state cross-country championships a couple of years ago, and our own Raf Agostino was there to interview her after that one. Now here's the nice attempt, just dribbling across the face of goal. It was Jemima Reynolds, and through for a minor score. So yeah, Daisy Sudholtz, winner of the state cross-country champs in 2017.
Good effort.
And Raf Agostino, I saw the video on YouTube of Raf speaking to Daisy after it. Daisy a little bit younger. She might have been, 11 or 12 at that stage. And Raf and Daisy fighting the elements. I'm not sure where that cross-country was, but
was
cold.
that a wet day?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was there. We live streamed that day.
Yeah.
It was out at Fairfield,
Well, Raf
which is just sort
Yeah.
of on the outskirts of Melbourne. It absolutely poured them out of mud. We had this little golf buggy that we were driving around the course with a camera linked into a computer. Oh, the streaming was an amazing effort to get anything out, but we did. That was a very interesting day.
Well, I could tell it was cold because Raf Agostino was speaking to Daisy after the game, and he could barely get his words out. It was that cold.
No, well,
He's
but
looking up at us
we were
shaking his head.
drowned because we were in the rain for the whole amount of it.
Oh dear. I think I just got a look from Raf Agostino. He's saying, get back to the calling and stop that anecdote now. Here they come forward again, Vic Metro on the run. It's Emily Rundle, and that is a mighty effort to the goal square. Cook's dropped the mark, but she'll back up and turn onto that right boot and kick her second goal of the afternoon. And that was pretty good football again from the girls in navy blue. Elise Cook has her second.
Well, we kept on saying that Elise Cook probably should have had a couple before half-time. She's made amends and has put those two on the board now in this third quarter, and is doing a good job for a small forward. And we mentioned earlier in regards to not having a predetermined position at this age, and a lot of things determine that in regards to how the future shapes up for these kids, boys and girls, as they grow up. We've seen it happen so many times. You know, a kid can be under 14, under 15, 6'2", 6'3", biggest kid in the team. And then by the time they're under 18s, they're just average.
Yeah.
Because everyone else has either come up to them or gone past them. So there's got to be opportunities where you learn positions, and especially still at this age, to give you the chance to continue your career, not just in one spot.
Well, we even see, when boys and girls, they get drafted, to the big league, and they still change positions, and they're still growing.
Correct.
So, you don't want to predetermine positions this far out.
I was at school with Gavin Brown,
Yep.
of course, former Collingwood captain and champion of the club, no doubt. I think I can easily say that, not being a Collingwood supporter, but I'm pretty sure I can say that. When he was drafted in his year 12 year, he was one of the skinniest kids you have ever seen in your life. And when he was drafted, we all knew he had ability, but just didn't think because of his size that it would happen. Yeah. He was short, he was skinny. And then 18 months in the system at AFL level, he turned out to be a monster, and obviously played, his career that way. Was just tough and strong all the time. So yeah, no, body shapes can definitely change.
Great work again in the middle there by McMillan. Now Plunkett worked their way through the traffic brilliantly. Kick up towards the teammate at the top of the 50. That was Elena Domagala. Just wouldn't quite sit for it. And the umpire, gee, we've had a lot of holding on decisions paid in this game. That suggests to me that the girls are very eager, sometimes a little bit too eager, as the Saints Academy side will send it wide to the outer side and too wide, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Now, of course, in women's football, that would be a free kick for last touch out of bounds.
Correct.
But not today, the boundary throw in. So I wonder how the girls go adjusting to that rule, because that's a big change.
I wonder how the people are going driving past, watching that there's footy being played on the ground. They'll be thinking, what month is it?
Yeah, November or June. Oh, crunch. A couple of girls go flying to the ground there. That's willing, absolutely willing in there between the two sets of players. 9 goals for the Vic Metro girls, 9 goals, 8-62. The Saints Academy team still yet to score, and you hope that they can put something on the board before the game is out. There's a chance though for the Vic Metro girls. Oh, just a little stumble there from Emily Rundle. Now it's up for grabs. McMillan just went to ground, but got a handball away. Look at the tackles. They're a long way up on the scoreboard, but they are not relenting, the girls in navy blue, in terms of the pressure department. They've locked it at centre half forward, trying to flash through, but without the football. That might have been Cameron Bucks. To the middle of the ground, and that'll do us for quarter number 3 in the year 15 and under girls showcase game. So an all one-way traffic for the Vic Metro girls. They've clearly been the better team, but they did have a couple of chances, and they looked a bit better in that third quarter. I have to say, the Saints Next Generation Academy team.
They came out hard at the start of that quarter and applied a bit of pressure, but the Vic Metro girls were able to absorb that pressure and then move on and increase their lead out to 62 points. As Brett said, 9-8-62. The St Kilda Academy girls are yet to score.
I think for as well as they've played, and they've had a couple of fantastic, the Vic Metro girls, that is, transition plays and set plays inside forward 50. The one thing that I think Dee Longwell will be really keen to see is the pressure and the tenacity at the player and the football continue all the way to the end, because we're talking about junior footballers, but it's good to get into good habits, and we always talk about the coaches in the big leagues. They say, everything comes from pressure, so they'll be looking for that.
And unfortunately for the St Kilda Academy girls, they just can't apply enough to force the Vic girls to make the mistakes that are necessary to have that pressure ramp up a bit.
It's three-quarter time here in our penultimate game of the afternoon. We've got the final game coming up for you in a little while. The 15 years and under boys, they're out there going through their paces now and warming up. Three-quarter time here in the year 15 and under girls. We might step out when we come back. We'll get through the last quarter and look ahead to the under 15 boys. You're watching and listening to the 2021 Team Vic Australian Football Showcase Day, live streamed on the School Sport Vic website and across all the social channels as well. Brent Sternberg and Tony Shebeki will be back for the last quarter in a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. This is the 2021 Team Vic Australian Football Showcase Day, live streamed on the School Sport Victoria website and all across our socials as well. We're set to go here for the final quarter in the Year 15 and under girls match. It's in the blue team, Vic Metro, and in the lighter grey tops that you can see, it's the St Kilda Next Generation, that's not easy for me to say, Next Generation Academy girls team. It's been all Vic Metro, as you might expect. Here comes Molly Patterson off the half-back line. Brent Sternberg's my name. Tony Shebeki is here with me. He's about to leave me. He's been with me all day. He won't be here for the under-15 boys, but I'm sure he's had plenty of fun laughing at all my very funny jokes as the St Kilda Academy side send it to the outer wing, and it goes out of play about 55 around.
I'm definitely laughing at that last comment of laughing at your jokes.
Well, that'll be the first time today.
No, I've got to leave you, unfortunately, Brett, at 3 o'clock. Head off to 3AW and do some producing for Mark Allen and David Swartz on the Twilight Zone there.
Well, there you go. Everybody tune into that in your cars on the way home. We'll have a lot
Think of your best dad joke. About 5:30 tonight, we're taking dad jokes.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, there'll be a lot of kids here today that have long road trips if they are going back home. But we've seen kids from Shepparton and Wangaratta, a couple in this game from Ballarat.
Yep, Nagambie.
So there you go. Chuck on 3AW on the way home and give the boys a listen and get your dad to ring in and come up with the best dad joke. Here's Sienna Farrell, who's kicked a goal. She's got onto that one as well, but her teammate there, it's Sophie McKay, just watching it go through for a behind. The goal kickers in this game, Eleni Damagala with 2, Eliza Cook with a couple as well, Elise Cook, with a couple, and then singles to Talia Plunkett, Zoe Wilkinson, Sophie McKay, Charlotte Edwards, and Sienna Farrell, who kicked that last behind. And they might have another opportunity here as a good intercept mark taken there by number 23, Emily Rundle, who's called to play on, kicking towards the teeth of goal. Couldn't quite link up with a teammate, and now they'll see the ball out of play in the left forward pocket. And as it has for most of this game, Tony, it's deep in attack for the girls in navy blue.
Elise Cook, her 2 goals coming in the third quarter, and Domagala, I should say. Sorry, Elena Domagala, her 2 goals coming in the first quarter.
Well, we did say that Elise Cook deserved a couple of goals. She's got them now. She'll be looking for a couple more. Here's McKay at the top of the goal square, just trying to, like that rugby analogy we used earlier today, Tony, just trying to etch it forward. And here's a ball up at the top of the goal square. Back to McKay. McKay will kick a goal. That's what she was trying to do a moment ago. And that's reward for her really good work in and around the goal mouth. But Sophie McKay, she's got goal number 2, and she joins the multiple goal kickers for the Team Vic Metro Women's.
Very much a set play there, no doubt about it. From the ruck, it just went straight down to the top of the square, and she was waiting there for it. And Sophie McKay just knew what she had to do. Once the ball came out of the ruck, out of the pack, down to the ground, she just swooped straight on it, bang, kicked it. Too easy.
And a lot of people can be a little bit naive about junior football at this level, but they do train things like that. You know, tactically, this age group of football tactically has come a long way. You know, in recent years, and they do all their homework and they have their situations. But if we have a ball up at the top of the goal square, this is what we do. This is where we want you. It's not just sheer luck. People standing there.
Oh, great tackle.
Well, the fantastic tackle. The umpire said a handball come out of there. Sophie McKay again. That was in the tackle. She was a bit upset that she didn't get a free kick. Sorry,
and fairly, rightly so. The thing though is you've still got to keep it fairly simple at this age group, and the way football needs to be coached and the way football is coached at the top levels is those under 12 games that we saw today. That's still got to be fun for those kids. They start to learn about the importance of teamwork and how that can be effective for them in regards to scoring.
Here's Tiger Daltrey on the outside of the boot. Oh, it would have been a fantastic goal for the girl with the best name today. Just wore a bit of contact as she got that kick away, and Tigers kicked another behind for Team Vic Metro. Sorry, Tony.
All right, but that under 12 level, Brett, just really needs to be the introduction of things, the introduction of how we set up at these things, the introduction of that sort of stuff. Then we get to the under 15 levels, and then we can start to put that work into play, but still the language that's used by the coaches still needs to be fairly simplistic because they're still only 14, 15-year-old kids. Then it starts to develop from here. So they're really getting a massive introduction into it now at this under 15 age group.
Oh, Emily Rundle got a free kick. He kicked it straight to the player on the mark. He wasn't wasting any time, just getting it out of there. Now can they break forward here, the Saints Academy side? It just wouldn't set up for the player there. There might be a chance here, although back doing some great defending is Isabella Cretan. Haven't called her name but too much. She kicked to the outer side. That doesn't mean that she hasn't got plenty of the football. It might mean that I'm just a hopeless commentator, of course. Ball on the outer wing, up for grabs, high kick out of there. Oh, a couple of Saints players almost got in each other's road. It's worked out okay. And there's I probably should have snaffled that mark there. That was Alexis Gregor. Still going back there to apply the pressure. Hat kick out of the back line, back towards the corridor in front position. Nice mark taken by Lulu Field, who's another one that haven't called her a whole lot on the Western Jets there in the NAB League Women's. Didn't get a crack at it this year, but I'm sure she's talented enough to maybe get into that team next year. I mean, if she's on the list as a 14 going on 15-year-old, she must be talented enough. Lulu Field to get out on the field for the Western Jets. Having a good little patch here, though, the next generation team for St Kilda, and that would have to be just about their first mark, taken inside forward 50 for the match. Long towards full forward, rising high in the pack, the defender for Vic Metro. Couldn't get it. And now charging her way through, that was Alexis Gregor again. And it just floats and lands beautifully on the chest of Farrell. He wants to get things moving. Got some teammates here providing the run. Going to get caught behind there, though. It's Addison Howe, centre half forward. Well done by the Saints player to just keep it in front of her. And she was actually, it was a good call by the umpire. I was going to say she was tackled after she got rid of it. And she never actually took position. She just paddled it on and got tackled. So good call. To the outer side, the Team Vic Metro, it's Caitlin Hubbard who's got some work to do out there. And the numbers have won out for the Saints team. Inside 50. Now they've got numbers here, the Saints. If it can stay in, and it won't. And that was their chance. They had 3 players goal side, but unfortunately it's not their day today. But they will have a boundary thrown in the forward pocket, and this might be their chance, Tony.
It might be. It'd be great to see them get a score. The girls have really tried hard all day, this Saints Next Gen Academy team. So it'll be nice to see them get on the board.
And they might have a chance here. It's it. Well, they've taken it and had a go. And, can you believe it? It's hit the goalpost. It almost hit the exact top of the goalpost. That is desperately unlucky. That would have been obviously their first goal. It is their first score. 1 behind. And that's how far they were from scoring the first goal of the afternoon. An inch. I'm with you, Tony. I thought that had gone through until I saw the umpire patting his shoulder.
Bugger.
That is incredibly unlucky, and it would have been a good reward because they've had a good little patch for the Saints.
Yep, true. The other thing also, just to finish off on what I was talking about before, Brett, is the ability for males and females to learn at a different pace as well. I think it's there's been many studies on it, but it's well known that girls learn quicker than boys, which makes for interesting theory here in the AFL world, because obviously boys have been playing footy all their life, so you would think that they would be able to pick up tactics and movement and setups and all that sort of stuff a lot quicker. But they're still just 16, 17-year-old boys. Hormones are raging. Yep. They're interested in a whole lot of other stuff as well. So maybe girls actually pick up the development and the speak of football, the high-level speak of football, better than the boys do. Be an interesting study to do.
Or chance here going forward. The defender had to take that now. She's got a tiger on her tail. Did you like that, Tony? It's gone through for a behind.
As a Tiger supporter, yes, I do.
I was just going to say, I now know 2 of the girls in the Saints team, because Addison Howe, you might have seen, has just pulled on a light grey jumper, and she has to come on. I think they've actually got a young lady, number 16. I'm sorry, I don't know who it is, but she's got some sort of ailment, and she's coming from the ground. And, well, she looks in good spirits. She's got a smile on her face.
Yeah, bit of an ankle.
Meanwhile, it's Vic Metro up the other end. That's gang tackle, fantastic pressure. And the umpire has rewarded them with a holding the ball decision. Now, there was 3 tacklers in there, so we'll wait and see who will take the free kick. It'll be Sienna Farrell, who has won today. Just the one? Yes, just the one. So she'll be lining up for her second. From Port Melbourne Colts footy team from Caulfield Grammar. We mentioned that earlier today. Oh, and that has snuck in. But one end, the Saints Academy team have hit the post, and up the other, the Vic Metro team sneak it inside the goalpost, and well done to Sienna Farrell. That's her second goal of the afternoon, and she's been one of the standouts as well for Team Vic Metro.
Port Colts footy team were a part of the Western Region Footy League. I think now they're a part of the Southern.
Yeah, South Metro Junior Football League. Sienna, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, she kicked 27 goals in 9 games this year playing in the Division
Good effort.
2 and 3.
Average 3 a game, that's good for anyone.
Yep. My word, it is. And she's got a couple here. And now, what have we got here? A free kick out of the middle.
I think it was a 666 infringement.
They're employing that, are they? Really?
Well, it seemed like it. I couldn't see any other reason why.
No, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't prepared to go with it, Tony. Not really sure what else it could be, to be honest.
Yeah.
The girls go after it, and we'll have a boundary throw in. About 40 around from the Vic Metro goal. The scoreboard is probably my favourite score to say, Tony. 11-11-77. That's Vic Metro and the Saints Academy team just the one behind.
So there used to be an old AFL or VFL commentator, Harry Beitzel, who you may or may not remember. Always used to, his score that he used to enjoy saying was 88-56, brother.
That might have been a bit before my time, I think,
been.
Tony. A bit like Gary Ablett Senior. Here's the cavalry for the Vic Metro girls. Coming forward off the boot, I'm sorry, it's Kayla Dalglish. Bouncing ball, they're just going to run out of tarmac here. Oh, done well to keep it in. The player for Vic Metro there. It has gone through in the end. Just trying to catch a glimpse of who that was. I think that might have been Lulu Field perhaps in there. That was clever play. Sorry, Tony.
Saw him kick 15 of 31 goals at Geelong against Richmond one year, Gary Ablett.
Yes, one of my, I don't know if I should disclose this, but one of my uncles, a Richmond supporter, he used to go to the football all the time, and Gary Ablett used to beat up on Richmond. And he always used to tell people that he saw Gary Ablett kick more goals than Geelong supporters.
Well,
oh dear.
Yeah. In some years, Gary Ablett kicked more goals than Richmond for the season.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I don't know if you recall this, but I think a few years ago they actually added a goal to Gary Ablett's tally because it had been lost or forgotten about somehow. That's Sienna Farrell again, I think, with a flying shot at the goal.
How do you lose a goal?
I have no idea, but there was a goal that he hadn't been credited for. And of course, against who?
Richmond?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he might have had a day where he kicked that many that the statisticians lost count. That could have happened. Ball's gone out of play from the kick in here. The Vic Metro girls will have another boundary throw in. And for those that have been with us throughout the day, we'll be pleased to learn that Tony eventually got his cup of tea earlier. Did you, Tony?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did.
A couple of failed attempts going over to the canteen, but he took his opportunity. They take their opportunity here, Vic Metro. That's a good effort. Just across the face of goal. I think that was McKay again. Out of play in the left forward pocket this time. They're just going from pocket to pocket at the moment, the Vic Metro under 15 girls team, into the last, or just about into the last 2.5 minutes in this game. The umpires put a free kick out here, and it's going to the Saints right on the last line of defence. Just a reminder, we'll have the 15 years and under game coming up for you. First bounce, I think at 3 o'clock. In this one? In that one, I should say. Well, won't be 3 o'clock. It'll be a bit later than that because we're 5 minutes to 3 now. But look forward to that one. I'm sure there'll be plenty of scouts here casting their eye over the generation of boys who are about to come into the system. That was Sienna Farrell's shot for goal that was marked right on the last line of defence. And we've got just about every player in the ground in the forward 50 for the Vic Metro. That's a risky kick. It's a barrel. It's gone back to Sienna Farrell. The barrel to Farrell. She's finishing this game strongly. She might get a handball here. She will. Farrell will give it off. Great chain of handballs, and they're going to kick another goal there, Vic Metro. It was Kayla Dalglish to finish it off. It was tremendous work.
Yep, Kayla Dalglish on the end of a nice chain of set-up handballs. And they've played pretty well, this Vic Metro team, and you'd love to see I'm not sure how many of these girls will be available for next year's competition, whether they're top age or bottom age. Just don't know where they're at, but you would think that if they could get at least half of this team into the Vic Metro team for the Nationals next year, they'd have to be a very good chance of taking it out.
That was Kayla Dalglish, a young lady, Tony from Berwick College. She plays for Officer Junior Footy Club. You know Officer? It was a lovely finish on the run as well. I mean, she had a bit of pressure on her because she was the one that was finishing off the fantastic chain of handballs. And that's, you mentioned it earlier, that's really something that we've seen for all of the teams in blue today, just that class above in terms of stringing a chain of possessions together. Getting the kick out of the middle there was Sienna Greaves. Coming back the other way, though, it's the Saints Next Generation team. Umpire comes over and blows the whistle. And in the middle of all of that was Molly Patterson. Gives that ball back to the umpire in the final 15 seconds. Can they make a fast break here, Metro? Well, they won't. It'll be the Saints to go inside forward 50. Now, can they get a goal in the last 10 seconds? It's an open goal, square one-on-one. They need a mark. Oh, and they've almost got it as well. Got to defend here, 10 seconds, that's all. And it's a too-high free kick right on the final siren. And this is their biggest opportunity of the game, the Saints Next Generation Academy team.
We don't say it as if it's the kick that could win the game, but we do say it as if it's a kick that could get their first goal.
Not the most exciting goal after the siren, but this will be a great opportunity. It really is their best opportunity, and it's come after the game. And I'm really sorry because we can't tell you who this is. We don't have the names in front of us, but we're all with her now as she kicks from right in front, 20 out. She's hooked it to the left. And the final score will be the Saints Next Generation Academy team. 2 behinds. Vic Metro girls under 15s, 12-13, 85. Convincing win in the end, but an anti-climax to that one, Tony.
Very anticlimactic, no doubt. But look, great effort by the Victorian Blue girls. They were great. The blue teams have been really good today. They're the best 25 kids in town, and they've done well. The next game will be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. I won't be here, obviously, but because they seem to have mixed up the team, so you don't just have Country v Metro. There's a blend, so hopefully they've just got 2 good teams up against each other in the next game, and you'll see a much closer competition.
And obviously the next game will be bringing up the rear. It will be, I suppose, the showpiece event, with all due respect to everybody else that's been out there today, but the 15 years and under boys game, we're all looking forward to that, and there's a few famous names that a lot of folks will recognise as well. Just quickly, the goal kickers for the Team Vic in this one was Elena Domagala with 2, Sophie McKay with 2, Sierra Farrell with 2, and Elise Cook as well with a couple of the singles. Talia Plunkett, Zoe Wilkinson, Charlotte Edmonds, and Kayla Dalglish was the final goal kicker. A really good performance from the girls in navy blue, and a good contest that was fought in good spirits as well. Obviously, they're all friends out there. A lot of girls, play for the same teams, and the young ladies in the next generation team all know one another.
Yeah.
Played in good friendly spirits. Scoreboard very lopsided, but that doesn't matter. They've actually got a chance to play one more game of football before the new year is out, and they've got to play in front of a crowd as well, which is good. They're all huddling together for photos, are they? And Tony, we will go down to Raf Agostino, who I think will have a couple of the girls again.
Yeah, the girls are just taking a group photo at the moment, which is nice. That's what it's all about.
Well, it is.
A lot of friendships will be made when you get into these teams, friendships that last forever.
And a lot of people might have seen, Tony, that famous photo with the young Trent Cotchin and Cyril Rioli. That was from a similar showcase to today. So these photos, will mean a lot to, the students that have played today and their families as well. Not all of the girls we know will go on to the elite level. Some will go on and play elite sport at the elite level, different sports. Some girls will go out into the community and do other things, but they'll always have this day to remember and this image to remember as well.
Yeah, they certainly will, as Raf decides that he wants to take a photo as well, so he's just going to throw the microphone away.
That'll be up on the socials.
Yeah. The other thing too, don't underestimate the effect that this has on the parents as well. It's a fantastic achievement for the parents to be involved with also, to see your kids achieve at this sort of level, which is great. I've been fortunate enough to have one boy go through the Vic Metro period. My oldest son Daniel was in the team with young Tom Liberatore and young Wallace, Mitch Wallace. So they were teammates at the Jets. They were at Calder. They were teammates through that Vic Metro under 15 team. They played up at Macquarie University in Sydney in that year. But Daniel still has mates from that time, and I still have mates from the parents that I'd never met before. But you become a part of a nice solid group, and it's a good thing for the whole family.
And the other thing to remember as well is that, the kids that have made it to this level, they've been whittled down from, thousands of kids that have come to the trials, and it's an expensive process as well. All costs, just out of pocket. So it is a big day just to get here.
But it's so important to keep reminding these kids that being here today isn't a guarantee that anything's going to happen in your life. You've still got so much hard work to do from now up until then.
Might go down to Raf Agostino. He's got a couple of the girls, or one of the girls. I think he's got Sophie McKay down there, Raf.
I do. I've got Sophie McKay. Thanks, Brent, and thanks, Tony. Fantastic job on commentary. Sophie, tell us about the game.
Oh, it was pretty hot out there, actually. But, no, it was really good. It was really, really fun getting the chance to play with the team that we've been waiting to play for months and months. So, yeah, it was really good, really fun.
It's just nice to be out. I mean, the score did go in your favour, 85-2, but how amazing that we're out here playing in the sunshine.
I know, yeah, obviously really good. About a week ago it said it was going to rain, so yeah, it's really nice with the sun and just overall really great.
Now tell me, what's your role now? Are you kind of team captain for the team? Is that your role?
I think for today I am. I'm not sure yet. They haven't really talked about that yet, but yeah, it was really great. It was really awesome.
So what's your role? What part do you play in the team, being the team that they are?
Usually I hang around the midfield. End of the game I was sort of in the forward line, but yeah, the wing sort of where I linger, so yeah, it's really good.
Now, where are we going to see Sophie's name up in lights after this, 10 years from now? Where are we going to see your name up in lights one day?
Oh, I don't know, you tell me.
Maybe AFLW?
Well, that's the aim, but I don't know if I'll get that lucky, but yeah.
Brilliant. Tell me, last thing, what do you love about football?
I kind of just like the chance to be with friends, but also like be outside. There's not a lot of things that you can be doing active but still love. It's really nice.
Brilliant stuff. Go well. Fantastic work. I've got one more interview over here we got the lovely Bianca. Is that right? Bianca, who's the captain of the St Kilda Next Gen team. How are you, Bianca?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. Now, you got a little injury on the leg. That's just a little niggle.
Yeah, I think should be right soon, but yeah, just a little bit of a strain in the...
You did it deep in the fourth, so thank goodness you didn't knock yourself out too early in the game. Tell me, what's great about being out today?
Oh, it's just good to be back playing after having been in lockdown and everything. It's great to be back playing and with all the girls amongst it all.
Now, I'm genuine when I say this because I've said it to every team. It doesn't matter about the score. It's just nice to see you out, giving it a nice kick out, treating as a warm-up. So what do you take away from the game today?
Oh, just the experience really, and just playing in front of a little bit of a crowd and everything. It's great experience and everything. So yeah, it was great, real good fun. Brilliant
stuff. Now, if we were to fast forward 10 years from now, where are we going to see Bianca's name up in lights?
Oh, I'm not too sure. I'd like to maybe try play WAFL, but whatever really, just love the game, love doing it for fun, so...
I think that is really important. That fun aspect is really important. What do you do to keep the fun element in sport?
Just get around all the girls and everything. Everyone's just getting around each other. It's real good, yeah. Just supporting everyone and just keeping it fun, remembering it's just a game, it's not life or death, it's just how it is, yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Well, congratulations. Great game today. I'm going to head back to the commentary team up there. They're going to wrap up the game. Thanks for joining us today, and we're going to go to the boys very soon. Thanks, commentary team.
Well, good on you, Raf. That was the young lady, Bianca, who actually come off.
Yes, just in the last 10 or so minutes of that last quarter. Yeah, a bit of a corky, I think, to her upper left thigh as she hobbles off with the ice around the leg. Mate, it's been an absolute pleasure being a part of this with you, Brett. Thank you so much. I hope everyone enjoyed the coverage and look forward to doing it again next year, hopefully.
Good on you, Tony. A big farewell to the great Tony Shebeki, and don't forget, you can hear him on 3AW driving home, getting your best dad jokes, and I'm sure you'll be able to one-up it. That's all the girls' footy action we have for you today, gang. We hope you enjoyed it. Coming up in a moment, we'll have the final match of the day for you. It's the year 15 and under boys who will bring down the curtain on today's proceedings. My name is Brent Sternberg. Tony Shebeki was here with me. He's got to run now. He's out the door. Stick with us, everybody. We'll be back shortly with the final event of today's Team Victoria Australian Football Showcase Day, featuring the best schoolboy footballers in the state. And we'll have a new voice joining me in commentary as well when the action continues here on this School Sport Vic live stream. Back soon.